an air of mystique and enigma that you know me so well for. Partly, I haven't spoken to you much, partly it's a combination of two things really. It's a combination of London fear and a combination of having done a few shows, so I kind of feel like, but I realised that you wouldn't have been in the other cities. It's not very good in my geography, is it? So I feel like I'm repeating myself, but of course for you, you haven't heard these things. And then what I realise is that our lives are relatively boring, aren't they? Most of us only have like 3 or 4 good anecdotes, and that's us in a nutshell. And then we die. And it's quite a difficult thing to come to terms with these days. And I wonder if that's part of the aging process or part of just being in my brain. I'm not entirely certain. So I feel like you've missed out on a lot of stories. Like yesterday I told a story about how I had a McDonald's Happy Meal on Christmas morning one time. There's a Christmas thing going on because I told you about the goose and stuff. That was quite a good story, but it was pertinent to Birmingham because it took place in the Birmingham surrounds. I'm trying to think of... Marriage proposal? What about it? There was a marriage proposal at Manchester that I was the music to a marriage proposal. How nice is that? It's quite nice. And he said yes. Would have been really embarrassing if he said no. Not me, I wasn't asking someone to marry me. Someone else was asking someone to marry me. That happened in Manchester. And in Glasgow, what did anything exciting happen in Glasgow? It was hot and I got given whiskey. That's really good. So I feel like I'm regated to like, and then I did this, and then I did that. And it's a bit lonely because you're all sitting down and I feel like I'm bothering you. And I feel like you'd all rather be home watching, I don't know, Mary Queen of Shops or something. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't buy clothes from that woman. I wouldn't get a haircut properly. She's So yes, that's what's been happening to me this week, London. Has anybody else had a much more interesting week? I suspect most of you have. Would you care to share? Oh, can't do that. Maybe later. All right then. Do you mind, James? No, they don't mind. Hold on, I have to do something professional first. Do you know this song? If not, I can teach it to you as a go along.
Just call the chords, yeah.
It's called Geek Love. Oh, you know what? I'm really rubbish. I haven't introduced you to the people on stage with me. Luke, why are you wearing the same shirt for the 3rd night in a row?
Don't pay me enough.
Professional yet, love. When you're professional, we give you a wage rise. On guitar, he's brilliant. He's our newest recruit, and we all love him, and we manifest our love for him in playing practical jokes on him every minute of the day. Mr. Luke Potashnik. On drums.
Right.
You couldn't even be bothered to wear a proper shirt. Oh, he's a man so at ease with himself he wears a necklace. Mr. David Wilson. On bass. He went through this transient phase of like not quite having a beard. He sort of had a moustache and we kept calling him Irish Hitler. You did have a moustache. You did. It was rather disturbing. But it's a good job because I saw a picture of him clean shaven recently and I've noticed the resemblance with Ted Bundy. But he's very handsome with a beard. In fact, this core rhythm section, I call them the Queens of Leon. He's brilliant. I love him to bits. He's called Mark Ferguson. And now you're not going to hear them on this next song, not because they're not any good, it's just that they're not playing it, because we have parts of them. We do have parts of them, but we've decided that the parts are rubbish, so we're just going to play it again. On viola, he's called Mr. Howard Gott. We love him. On cello, I introduced him earlier, but I'll introduce him again. He's very brilliant. He's called Ian Burge. And I think lots of you have met this lovely lady before. We've been playing music together for a long time. She's one of my dear friends. Sorry, you're a violin. Sorry, Howard. I called you a viola player. Sorry, the wine is working, everybody. On viola, Miss Charlotte Glasson. And last but not least, she's actually 1.5 women right now. It's quite fitting that we're with a sort of unseen extra person on stage. The very pregnant, very lovely Jenny May Logan. And this is a song about how, oh no, I'm not going to say that because there are children here and I don't really want to have their parents having awkward conversations after this song. It's called Geek Love. In the race to get out of this place, I am checking my face in the back of a school. You're accusing, you say I'm not here, when I'm here, yes I'm here, I'm not on the moon. I'm feeling so sick. Don't presume to know things about me, 'cause I don't know myself from one day to the next. And I don't pose for flex, I just purposely, 'cause it isn't a game, it isn't a test. Now you give it a rest. Just take it all, come on, get me undressed. Put out a fire, make it enough for weeks. We know this is as we drive through the canyon. I'm feeling the heart of the engine. My head and my heart are sweating. Will your cat be okay? Life is shit. Life is shit. 'Cause I don't presume to know things about you when you won't really tell me unless I beg you to. Know that perplexity's a wonderful thing. It's a sudden factor, strangeness in friends. Now you give it a rest. Just take it home and get me undressed. Put out a fire, make it enough for a week. But we know this is love. We know this is love. Not that we argue, but not every day. You send to the room and the way that you say